I've been mucking around with four-wheel drives for a long time, and I can tell you that ARB's Old Man Emu suspension systems have been with me for a lot of those years. And I'm here at ARB Gawler to meet with Brad Newham to look at how ARB have engineered and designed the Old Man Emu suspension systems and to have a look at some new products.
Brad, I've just been telling the folks about the enormous amount of research and development that ARB put into the Old Man Emu range. And I'm particularly interested in some of the new products like the LTR. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Well, the LTR came about due to Andy Brown's involvement in rallying and buggies and off-road events in Australia. And he wanted something that would stand up to the rough conditions a lot more than just a standard shock. And even as good as the nitrochargers are, they needed a bit more under extreme conditions. So LTR was born from that. And basically what the LTR is a shock that has an extra canister full of oil and is pressurised, so it runs a lot cooler for a lot longer than a normal nitrocharger shock can do. And basically that will last a lot longer on your corrugated roads, high-speed driving over the rough stuff, and they work much better. They're very resistant to fade. But this involvement and this development of the LTR range has only improved the design and the valving opportunities for the normal nitrocharger range, which is our main range of shock absorbers. They are designed to go with the Old Man Emu springs under certain circumstances and different weights. We have different valving of the shocks available for the different load carrying springs, and that gives us the perfect ride in the perfect circumstances.
And the improvements with the nitrocharger range are just huge. You take a standard suspension, whack the Old Man Emu product on there, and it makes a dramatic difference. Why is that so?
Well, the standard suspension is built basically to a price, and they have to make it so that it's nice and soft, generally for no load, and that it will carry some load. Now, generally, most of your later model wagons will sag in the rear as soon as you put any load in, because they're really not designed to carry that much weight, even though they claim they are.
Yep.
That's where our suspension comes in. And the difference between putting any old suspension on that people have done in the past is that our suspension range is matched to go with each other. So you know that that spring is designed to go on that vehicle, that model with that amount of weight in it, and that shock is designed to keep the vehicle in control in that situation.
I suppose one of the great promises from a four-wheel drive perspective is not only the enhanced carrying capacity, but the off-road ability with these products as well.
One of the things that our engineers design into the suspension systems, they always try and give it a little bit more lift so that it'll improve your ground clearance. Now, on some vehicles they can get more than others, but always the lift that they give it is the maximum they can possibly give it without causing any problems with vibrations or any original equipment.
So we know that ARB's Old Man Emu range has fabulous research and development behind it, but all of that is worth naught unless we can get it onto a vehicle. So you'd be pleased to know that at any of ARB's stores right around the country, they have a fitting service. Brad, with the profusion of independent front suspension systems on utes and now it seems big wagons, it's pleasing to see that Old Man Emu has a range of torsion bars.
Yes, we now have a fairly popular range of torsion bars, and they're all slightly thicker than the standard ones, which allow for the extra weight of bull bars and winches and dual battery systems on the front.
Brad, I understand that certain torsion bar setups require additional fitting kits.
Yes, some of the torsion bars and in fact some of the vehicles need different fitting kits for a number of reasons. On this particular one you can see the fitting kit here to strengthen that front lower control arm, and all of those are made by our engineers in Melbourne.
We've positioned the camera under the vehicle so you can see the suspension at work. The Old Man Emu nitrocharger shocks work in concert with the springs to allow maximum articulation of the wheels as they rise and fall over the lumps and bumps. Well, we've seen it all. ARB's Old Man Emu suspension range, available from any of ARB's great